You need to know the truth about what it's like working in cybersecurity. I'm Cyber Tom. For any of you that do not know me, my channel is all about IT education, where I bring you all IT education from networking to cybersecurity, how to get a job, what tools to learn, what ways to improve upon your career. So there's a lot of misconception out there about exactly what entails a cybersecurity position. I'm sure you've seen people sitting at a desk talking to nobody all day behind, a dark lit screen and, typing on the CLI 24/7. I'm sure you've also seen maybe some consulting side of cybersecurity where people are, consulting other companies and things like that. I just want to give you a in-depth look into what it's like for me as a cybersecurity analyst and exactly what I do and the truth about what goes on in cybersecurity and what you should be looking forward to. So the first thing for sure is going to be, if you're somebody that likes, a job where every day, the game plan, it's going to be the same thing, and you're kind of comfortable in that position, cybersecurity is not going to be for you. Cybersecurity is a job where you wake up and every day there's a new task at hand. Sometimes it's stuff that you really don't want to do, but you have to. And sometimes it's doing things that you love, but at the end of the day, it's going to change day to day. If you're not somebody who is up for that kind of task, then maybe reconsider the path here, because cybersecurity is something where every day is going to change a little bit for you. And there's going to be a little bit different communications. Some days you're going to work with, one company, or the next day you're going to work with this tool or that tool. You catch my drift. Everything's not going to be the same day in and day out. So I know a lot of people enjoy that kind of workflow. This is just bringing this to you to maybe, consider your options if change of pace is not really something that you think you'll like. The next thing about cybersecurity that you really must consider when you are coming into this field out of school, this is not a job where you could study for a certification and get yourself a degree and that's the end of learning. You have to push yourself day in and day out, years into the field, and continue to learn regardless of the current knowledge that you hold. For some people, that's a tough commitment. And for some people, they'd rather not do that. And that is perfectly okay. But understand that cybersecurity is an ever-changing field. There are always new attacks and new hackers that are learning how to break whatever new mitigation has came out for whatever previous flaw. It's a circle, and that means your education also needs to be a revolving door. Now, for some of you, you're thinking, that's amazing. That's what I love. And that's how it is for me as well. And that's why it was a good field for me to join. I love to learn on a daily basis. Now, to be frank with you, not every day, not every week do I want to learn something new. It's just not practical, especially when you have, a family life, hobbies, and other sorts of things. Life gets busy. Not everybody is just learning every single day. Large amounts of information. You're going to learn naturally every day, but not large amounts of information. So don't also take it to the brink of the other side, thinking that every day you're going to have to study through a whole book or something. It's not that extreme, but you need to keep yourself educated at all times. The next thing that I do want to talk about, the fact that IT breaks, okay? You are going to have to fix IT breaking for the rest of your life. You're going to have to understand that and be okay with that and, work through these problems day in and day out. You may have a good day where you fix, 5 different problems, mitigate, 2 different viruses, pull up, reports of activity that's happened on an endpoint, and you feel like, I've completed it, it's done. Well, tomorrow it's gonna be there again, and the day after, and the day after. Now, that puts you in the group of, wow, that sounds awesome, or wow, that sounds terrible. If you're somebody who likes to continually fix problems naturally, then this is gonna be great for you, because every day you're gonna be able to fix something new and feel that sense of accomplishment that I feel when I fix any type of issue pertaining to IT. Now, that being said, Maybe you're on the other side and you're like, man, that sounds terrible. I don't want to sit there working on fixing somebody's problems every day. And that's perfectly fine. Again, that's why I'm making this video. I want you to understand what it's going to entail at a basic level so that you don't walk into this thing after years of commitment in college and certifications and say, man, I really messed up. I don't want that for anybody. So consider this as you are partaking in your career. Now, cybersecurity is not all doom and gloom, right? And it's not all bad all the time. Well, it's not all bad a lot of the time. But maybe in this video, you're at the point now where you're feeling, a little bit underwhelmed and you feel like this is something that is not really going to be a good fit for you. Well, understand this. The benefit of this job is cybersecurity is very, very, very rewarding. You're able to help tons of people out on a daily basis, and you're able to fix serious problems that could go on to lead to further catastrophes, whether you're in the healthcare industry or working with sick people in the hospital that are depending on this technology that, if it goes down, is going to cause a lot of issues for a lot of people. And you get to be on the front lines of making sure that doesn't happen. You get to be the person that is helping to stop these evil people that are just out to get the vulnerable, whether that be elderly people, your mom, your dad, whatever it may be. That is what makes cybersecurity great. That's why I love cybersecurity, and that's why I love what I do. So, if this sounds like it's intriguing to you, believe me, it is. The negatives are far outweighed by the positives, 100%, and you will come to see the rewarding gratification that you're going to get day in and day out from working this job, just in a sense of being knowledgeable and being able to present solutions for people, and also in the sense of being able to stop that bad actor that was going to bring down a vulnerable community, or maybe your grandmother, somebody like your grandmother that was really not expecting to click this link in her computer that she just paid $2,000 for is trash. So these are things to consider. I just wanted to put them in front of you so that you understand what you're getting into when you get into cybersecurity. Like I said, they're just informational tips here. They're not meant to discourage you. And as always, I highly encourage getting into cybersecurity, but be prepared. That's all I want. Here's a major truth about cybersecurity that I also want you to relish on and get excited for as well. And that is going to be that you can expect to see job security in this market for the foreseeable future. If you are somebody who has a family, or you are somebody who is expecting to maybe build a family one day, you can expect in the near future, by all statistical measures that you can possibly look up right now, that this career field is not going anywhere in the near future, and not for 20-30 years as far as they can predict out. It's only going to grow exponentially. So if this is a concern for you, fear not about that at all, and you can expect to have good job security in this field. Another thing is the pay is good. I know you may hear from people, naysayers, and I call them gatekeepers. A lot of the people that want to diminish cybersecurity, they want to make it feel like they're on this high horse and that you're down low and you're not able to get into the field because you don't know enough. Don't listen to any of it. This is exactly what I dealt with when I got into the field, and it was all lies. I was able to get into security with a little bit of hard work. Now, what do those naysayers say? Well, they're going to tell you that you're not going to make much out of school, right? They're going to tell you that you better be ready to make like minimum wage or $15 an hour. Don't listen to that. None of that's true. You can expect to make it a decent wage, above average, decent wage for the average person, let alone somebody coming right out of school, when you get into this field. And you will grow. Every year that you get more experience, your pay will go up and you will see growth far above what most people are making. So I hope you love this video, guys, and I will catch you in the next one.